What's going on, guys? My name is Citizen, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Today, we are going to be playing the newest character to Dragon Ball, Gekishin Squadra, God of Destruction, Toppo. I do have to say, I do like that they added not just Toppo, G.O.D, or Toppo, insert whatever. They put the full description, God of Destruction, Toppo. This is his form. I also am very pleased that, and we can kind of get this as like, this is like the staple character, if you would, for these guys that are now moving forward, going to be in their full form already at the start. I like that instead of having to wait until like level 5 or level 7 to transform, or some mechanic like Cell where you got to do a certain thing to get, like they could have gone in the Cell direction. It's like, oh, you got to get a certain amount of like Hakai energy and then transform, right? So I do like that they gave us the full God of Destruction from the Tournament of Power right away. Now, before we get into the abilities, I do want to point out that this is now, I believe, the second character in the entire roster that has a difficulty of, I kid you not, Goose Egg 0. And as you can see, he specializes in damage over time. And let's just say that after playing him on stream, I can definitely see that damage over time and why it's maxed. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's get into the showcase with the abilities. So passive is, I won't be fighting for justice any longer. An iconic phrase that he said during Power, which is what revealed him to be and become the God of Destruction. So it is an ability that boosts movement speed. Applies movement speed up to self when moving toward an enemy with a mark of destruction. So the more marks that are applied, the more damage they do. That's pretty much mark of destruction does. However, notice how it says the effect is greater the more marks there are. So the more you stack, the faster you're going to be. Now, his rush attacks are a physical nature. So contrary to like Gotenks and Goku, who are ranged, this is our first physical attacking new character. It extends the duration of Mark of Destruction and short cooldown. So you got a 2-for-1 special here, guys. So the longer you hold down your melee rush attack button, although again, mind you, in his face, it is a rush attack character, so take that with a grain of salt because we are kind of in a ranged meta, so use it sparingly. But the longer that you are doing physical attacks, the longer your Mark of Destruction is going to last. And then your cooldowns are shortened, which again, for Toppo, you're going to see that, these abilities, you want them as fast as possible. Get those stacks up, right? The stacks do only go up to 4, so keep that in mind. You can't go beyond 4. So once you get to 4, you are maxed, so you want to prolong those possible. So skill number 1, the Destructive Flash. So in his regular form, it was Justice Flash because he fought for justice and honor. He abandoned that, which is why he transformed into the God of Destruction version. Hence the new name, Destructive Flash. It fires a barrage in a set direction and applies Mark of Destruction. You can move while attacking, so keep that in mind. Very similar to like Oob's and Baby's ability. Then we have skill number 2. You turn into a literal Beyblade. So it's called Demolition Tornado. Rapidly rotate to deal a series of strikes to the surrounding area. Applies Mark of Destruction to hit. Deals more damage the more Mark of Destruction stacks that there are. So a lot of his abilities, so his skill 3, 2, 3, and his super attack, the more stacks you have, the more damage it's going to do. So again, you kind of want to chain combo a lot of his abilities. Think very similar to like an Android 18, except with the Mark of Destruction effect on. Lastly, we have for the skills, Sphere of Destruction Tempered. Assume a fighting stance and unleash an unavoidable energy blast against nearby enemies who attack during it. Gain extra HP as well as energy defense up and can move while in this stance. The more you are attacked within this stance, the more damage dealt. Applies Mark of Destruction as well. So keep in mind, the mark will appear after as long as your enemy hits you one time. There are a couple of things to note here. After further testing, there are a couple things to note with this ability. It is not just used like, oh yeah, I'm just going to assume this stance, they're going to hit me, etc., etc. You can use that ability for one of several things. The first is to stall. So if you're getting bombarded, yes, as long as they hit you, you're going to be able to deal damage and retaliate back. However, it will also proc if you're dealing with like more than an average player. They will not hit you when you are in that stance. So it'll cause them to either go for your teammate to give you some time, or they'll just back off entirely. You're not in there for a long period of time, so again, you're not going to buy that much time. But in this game, buying any bit of time can make the difference between securing kills, securing bosses, objectives, etc. So take that with a grain of salt. So again, this Hakai, the more damage that it's done, think very similar to a Daima ult. Daima Goku's ultimate, the more damage he is hit that he takes while he is doing his move, the more damage he's going to do. So basically, they converted Daima Goku's ult, the way in which it works and it's procced, into a skill for Toppo. Obviously, you're not going to do as much damage as a Daima ult because, again, it is an ultimate, but you still do an insane amount of damage. So especially when it comes to the likes of like getting bombarded with a Go Tank's Ghost or a J3 I was about to say, ult or Kamehameha, that paired with solid barrier, you can do some extreme counterplay and turn the tides of battle, especially if you have Snowball on him, which I'll show you guys in a second. It is also worth noting that if you are playing Frieza or against a Frieza, if Zarbon and Dodoria attack him, the Sphere of Destruction tempered will go towards them, not Frieza. So again, it is all based on whoever hits him, NPC, boss, or you God of Destruction, which wouldn't do anything. But anything that hits Toppo, whatever hits him, whoever hits him, it goes towards that individual. So if Frieza is not doing a rush attack towards him, it is going to go towards his NPC minions in Zarbon and Dodoria, not Frieza himself. So please, please, please be very cautious when you're using this, because this can be, you can, as the user, be baited as well, okay? You cannot control where your tempered sphere of destruction goes. I also wish that it wasn't called sphere of destruction. It is Hakai. Hakai. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, massive, I'm gonna say Hakai. I'm not saying sphere of destruction. Massive Hakai. His ultimate ability. Unleash a sphere filled with destructive energy at a set position. So this is again a like a spirit bomb, supernova, etc. The sphere contracts on impact, finishing with an explosion that deals extra damage. If the enemy has marks of destructions when hit by the explosion, all the marks and stacks will be consumed to deal additional damage to that enemy. Deals more extra damage, the more stacks that there are. So again, you want to get it up to 4 to deal the max amount of damage, especially at 3 and snowball stack 4. You're going to do insane amounts of damage. It is great. Great, great, great for securing bosses. Toppo paired with Kale, J3, Frieza, you're going to secure bosses 9 times out of 10. So guys, without further ado, y'all already know what time it is. We are going straight into our quick battle. We are going to hop into the damage roll. Guys, let me know down below if you have had the opportunity to play with Toppo, whether it is on your team or you as the player playing as Toppo. What are your thoughts on Toppo? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, there are a couple things that I do want to talk about Toppo. I would say Toppo is more of a secondary attacker. Now, for a lot of people, I know that that'll be shocking. It's like, wow, that's a premium character, like, and he's a secondary attacker. What do you mean? It's very similar to Deborah. I talk about it where, yes, Deborah can do a lot of good. Yes, Toppo can do a lot of good, but when not paired with a Kale, when not paired with a, you could argue the Gammas, when not paired with anyone that would be considered a like a must-have on a team, Toppo can relatively suffer in that realm. We are going to go rush here. So unfortunately, and he also can go either lane. But unfortunately, the way in which he operates, Daimaku is actually one that I've been wanting to test him out with. I have not had the opportunity to pair him with a Daimaku. This will be awesome to see. But with any other attacker that's not Kale, that's not Goku J1 or J3, he struggles with a lot, I've noticed. Because again, he's not somebody that can hold it down on his own, because remember, he has to be up in your face for a lot of his abilities, so of course, all it takes is just, again, teaming up on him, and you will suffer. But without further ado, guys, we are going to test out Toppo, and we are going to see what it is that we can muster here. I am super, super, super excited to see what we can do. I've had a lot of fun playing with him, so even though I view him as more of a secondary attacker, I do think he has a lot of combo play and potential, but he is very comp dependent, right? So, really quick, the way that we're going to run this, I'm going to go with my skill 2 and skill 1 for a start. But the main ones that we're going to be maxing are our skill 2 and 3. Skill 1 just doesn't really do that much damage. It's just great to kind of like get stacks going. But it's not really a must, if I am being honest. So look, that is what the market instruction. There is a sound effect that plays. There is the Beyblade top spin. So we're going to get into it right now. So right here, right here, right here. Boom, boom, boom. It does do damage over time, so we are able to secure. You can see his health being drained. Boom, boom, boom. This Bojack's dead. Yep. Booyah. Alright, cool. Now, let's secure this farm, right? So, look. Boom. And then, look. So, even if I just applied the market instruction and I let Khalifa kind of, like, do her thing and get the rest of the farm, I would still get the assist because I'm applying damage over time. So, I'm participating in said kill. Alright, we're getting one of each here. I want my Hakai nice and early. Now, we're going to go over here and support. We're going to see. Let's see if we can get him to attack. Boom. So we were able to hit here. And I'm going to launch my Hakai.
Weak.
Away.
Weak.
I will survive, no matter what.
Weak.
Nope. Oh, look at that. Ooh, bob and weave, baby. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Khalifa, I'm going to leave that to you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, normally I save the Hakai for the boss, because then it would allow us to take it easily. But for the purposes of today, I just kind of wanted to show you guys what that ability looks like. Look, we were able to launch a Hakai at Vegeta. Boom. I am going to go with my top spin here. Oh, that was perfect. Yeah. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Getting all that good stuff down. Alright, now we're going to go over to the boss. I am not too concerned with the farm. I do want to secure the boss. We do have our Hakai back, so now you guys are going to see in real time what it looks like when we drain the boss with Hakai energy. Combo together, make all the stacks go. Boom. And boss secure. So imagine that with more stacks. Boom. Reversal. Uno reverse card on that Krillin.
Get over here!
Boom. Reversal.
I hate to be seen.
I didn't see anything. Wait, whoa! Huh?
Take it easy.
Okay. Moving along then? By the way, Toppo is very good at securing farm. Boom, Uno reverse card. Very good, especially with that skill 2 being at level 3. Like, you'll be able to secure farm so fast. So that's why, like, him and J3 work so well together. Because you imagine them on a superstar and you're just taking everyone's farm. It is ridiculous. Look at this. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. Oh, Toppo's a lot of fun. I don't want you guys to think that just because it said he's a secondary attacker that you're not going to be able to produce with him. You will definitely be able to produce. Okay, so look. That was perfect. Did you see how Krillin didn't hit me? He actually ran away, and I was able to... Sorry. I want to make sure that I get this. Got it. Boom. Secured. Notice how when Krillin did not hit me, I was able to get out of that stance and not do a tempered sphere. Or tempered Hakai. Bojack, my gosh, that was rough. Cut! Yeah, countering Vegeta is gonna be... Oh, look at that. Okay.
Gotcha, bitch!
Look at that. That extra health that you get, unless there's another person there, he's able to solo one-on-one. Watch you take all that farm. Oh, he's so fun. You were able to get a lot of the secures. The only thing to just be mindful of is that, again, when you are not hit by that Hakai, like that Krillin, even though he was forward, we were not able to proc our tempered Hakai. But then again, that right there is proof that, like, again, bot or not, they are not going to attack you in that stance for good reason. That Bojack is, like, running. Ooh. Okay. So we have a level 2 Hakai Sphere and level 4 Snowball, so let's see what we can do. We're going to try to solo this boss without any help and see what we can do. So first stack, second stack, Ribrian is going to attack us. Boom, reflection. Okay, so we have this. So now this is a 4 stack. Boom, so we were able to do that much damage to the boss by ourselves. So obviously now imagine having that with a team supporting you. You're going to be able to secure bosses fast. That was me alone, right? You are going to be able to secure fast. Let's see.
What is this?
The time to strike is now.
Got you. All right, level 3 Hakai. Oh, look at that. Okay. Finger, flea flicker. Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We're not able to hit. Ooh. Go. Look at that. Did you see? Yeah, man. Level 4 Snowball Hakai.
Don't worry about me.
I did get a little greedy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a little greedy there. But no, guys. For real. On the real, I think Toppo is really good. He offers a lot within his kit that will allow you to have a lot of fun and help your team. But again, he's not going to be able to... Again, this is quick battle, so again, it's a mix of both bots and bots and real players. Like that Vegeta, pretty sure that that's a real player. But like, you know, that 18, you could argue maybe a bot. Krillin, maybe a bot. You know, you never know when you're playing quick play. So again, take my showcases with a grain of salt. This is just to make sure that you guys are understanding the kit in its totality. Take that. Oh, the timing. I should have waited just half a second longer. There we go. Boom, flea flicker. Ooh, he got me. So the real thing to consider when you're playing with him when you see a Toppo on your team, or if, no, actually, no, when, because again, assuming that you're the one that's playing Toppo, or if you're not playing Toppo, if you see a Toppo on your team, build around him. So, okay, cool. This guy's going Toppo. I know that I have to go KO, Daimaku, not Vegeta, Goku, J1 or J3, like actual damage dealers that are going to be able to help produce for the team. Shout out to the team for securing the Dragon Ball and getting us the win. But like that is the best way to maximize Toppo's gameplay. It's going to be very hard for him to solo.
Look upon the power of destruction.
Oh my gosh. If you guys are here for the live stream, you saw me get that off of a single gold capsule. That was so clean. So really quick, let's look at these stats. Again, take it with a grain of salt. But overall, this is the amount of damage and energy damage that you are able to do. Total damage inflicted, obviously including bosses and NPCs. 16 kills, the 2 deaths, one of which was me being greedy. And I think both deaths were from Vegeta. But then again, yes, so he does have a lot of outplay potential. You just got to be smart and play strategic. He is very easy to be countered, I would say. But just keep in mind that when you are playing with Toppo, make sure that you are, 1, building around him. 2, you are trying to get as many stacks as possible. 3, there are 2 different types of builds that I have been seeing, and I want to go over them before we close out the video. Let me get those. I appreciate it much. So, the main one that you're going to see, guaranteed snowball. I personally go with solid barrier. I have seen Giant Slayer thrown around here and there. And then the last one is Pursuer. I have seen the third ability being Wicked Warrior as well. You could also just go with the blues. I would mainly do the breaking jump. I have seen a build-up build going around where it's build-up, solid barrier, and then actually 3 greens, so defense step. Because again, you reduce the damage from enemy heroes. And in this game, and then the activation condition is very easy. In this game, timing matters, and then again, priority matters, right? So again, because he has to always be up in your face and all his abilities are close range specifically, he's going to be taking a lot of damage, right? And especially if you want that skill 3 to like maintain up before you die, getting damage reduction as much as possible, whether it's build up for just sheer defense, solid barrier to give you 2 seconds of immunity, and then damage step, even further damage reduction. Like, I can understand and see that build as well, but that is another build that's going around. Or build up, solid barrier, and then a red card. So Pursuer, Wicked Warrior, right? So guys, it all depends on your preference. My personal build is Snowball, solid barrier, and then Pursuer. I have been rotating between these 2, and I think Pursuer is just best for him. But guys, divine cards, always mix and match to whatever your play style is. Again, as long as you're not doing anything that's going to be detrimental to the team. That's all I'll say, right? So guys, that is it for the video. Overall, I think Toppo is a great character. I think my official ranking order for Season 1, which is going to be coming to a close very, very soon, character-wise, power scaling, I think the order in which they released are pretty much how I would rank them. J3 being the strongest, then Gotenks, and then God of Destruction Toppo. That does not mean that Gotenks is a weak character. That does not mean that Toppo is a weak character. Again, I think they all have strengths and weaknesses. I think Toppo is a little bit more glaring, right? Because again, he's able to be countered and punished rather easily. However, if you build around Toppo, he can shine like a true star. He is basically an upgraded version of Deborah, being a better attacker. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure Deborah players disagree, right? Guys, that is it for me in today's video. Hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Citizen. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Keep on staying awesome. Peace out.